to watch out for. Ekta, thank you so much for all of them. Surbi is joining us now to list out all the stocks, a lot of them over the weekend. Surbi, over to you.
I have quite a few stocks on my radar today. The first one is Lupin, where the company gets EIR, which is Establishment Inspection Report from US FDA for its manufacturing facility in Gujarat. The next is Prestige Estates, where the company acquires 30% stake in Prestige OMR Ventures through its wholly owned subsidiary. The Prestige OMR Ventures is developing a 1.6 million square feet mall in Chennai. NMDC released their monthly production and sales numbers over the weekend. Their iron ore production for the month of September was up 1.5% and the sales was up nearly 6.6%. The gas companies will also be in focus. Gas prices were hiked to $8.57 for the second half of FY23 versus $6.1 in the first half of FY23. Auto companies will also be in focus today as their monthly sales numbers were released over the weekend. Maruti saw strong sales growth in both export and domestic segment. Ashok Leyland's sales were up 84% on a year-on-year basis, and Tata Motors saw domestic sales growth of 44%. It saw very good traction in their PV segment, which was largely led by growth in electrical vehicles.
Okay, that is a long list. Surbi, thank you so much for joining us. And finally, Manglam is joining in with all the cues from the F&O space this morning. Hey, Manglam.
Good morning. So on Friday's trading session, we did see the Nifty snap a 7-day losing streak, and that was on account of a couple of factors. One, we were bouncing off nearly oversold conditions, and secondly, the FIIs, they sold about 1,500 crores in cash, whereas the DIIs went ahead and bought around 3,200 odd crores. So that meant that the net inflows were positive to the tune of around 1,700 odd crores. But now one look at the SGX Nifty and it indicates, was Friday a bit of a bull trap or not, is the big question that we need to answer. Because, you know, while the FIs sold less on Friday, if you just take a look at the month of September, they've sold almost 18,000 odd crores. So you add July and September's outflows, that totally negates the August inflows of close to 22,000 crores in the cash market itself. There was some short covering by the FIIs in index futures on Friday, but nothing really to write home about. They're still 16% long as against 84% short contracts. At the start of the series, that long exposure was just about 13 odd percent. However, the only heartening fact from data coming in on Friday was the strong put writing that we saw. The FIs wrote nearly 1 lakh puts for about 20,000 calls. So that makes one believe that there could be some sort of support at lower levels. 17,100 puts, 17,000 put and 16,900 puts were extremely active for a combined premium of close to around 150 to 200 odd rupees. So that's telling you that there is a fair amount of support between 16,750 to 16,850 for our markets. Why is that? Well, a lot of important moving averages out there: 200-day moving average, 200-day exponential moving average, and the 100-day moving average. And Friday's low of 16,747 is something that we'll be watching out for. If we hold on to that, resilience may continue. If we break below that, then that would be a problem.
Okay, all right. Manglam, Ekta and Surbi, thanks a lot for joining us and talking about all the cues that will be in focus today. With that, we'll slip into a break now. Up next, we'll get you all the details from the much-awaited launch of 5G services, which kicked off on Saturday.